Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of Tradeometry. Today is December 18th, Thursday. Market rallied after yesterday's sell-off. We're seeing the QQQ and SPY both are consolidating in this range. For QQQ, it's between 607 and 612, 613, and for SPY it's around like set 675 to 680. So we're all pretty much range bound all day and going up and down. um so my account took a little bit hit today, especially on the Tesla puts. uh, so this is the risk of shorting Tesla. So, uh, it is one of the most volatile stocks, so it can go both ways. You can be profitable and then you lose a lot of profit on it. Um, so yesterday I was up like 13K. Now I'm down like 17K. So give back a lot of the gains from yesterday, but I'm still holding for right now. We'll see how it works. And I'm also holding. I just added this QQQ puts today. Um, I am in about 8% profit, about $7,000. I'm still holding this, and I also bought some IWM put today, and most of the puts already closed. I have some other puts in another account. This count I don't have more IWM puts, but um, general speaking, I am still short. I'm still shorting the market because I believe it's still in a downtrend. If you look at the daily, if you look at the daily chart, so okay, let's do 3 months. So this is pretty clearly a downtrend. If you want to draw a chart from here, this is a downtrend until QQQ breaks out of 612, 613. The downtrend is still intact. Um, I would love to see QQQ to retest 600 level at least one more time to make sure that this 600 level will hold. Otherwise, I don't think this will just end like this with this huge red candle and then this downtrend is over. I don't believe that. Uh, some would argue you could be end up something like this, but it's just like a smaller red candle and a reversal. But right around here, I believe the CNN greed and fear index was like below 10. So, but right here, even yesterday, it was still around 40. It's nowhere close to this panic level. So if we reach a relatively high panic level and VIX spike like 20% plus, then that's probably that it's more likely a bottom. But right now, it's just very unlikely. It's the bottom right here. It just stopped at 600. That doesn't sound right to me. So I'm still holding my puts. So, but why the markets bounce today? And it's a pretty big bounce. So, we had a CPI report today, and it was a pretty good CPI report. As you can see, it's 2.6 versus 3%, much lower than expected. On the core inflation, also the headline inflation as well, but it does not have the month-over-month data. Why? Because we do not have a CPI for October because of the government shutdown. Um, and that's why we don't have the month-over-month. And adding to that, we Uh, I think this CPI report is very, very short. A lot of categories missing, including housing, which is the largest category in the CPI report usually. And they just assume the inflation for housing to be zero, which is pretty convenient for them to report this and make this CPI report much better than expected. It looks pretty. I don't think that's the right approach for government to manipulate data like this. It will create a lot of noise. We already have a lot of economists widely describe the data as noisy, distorted, or flawed due to these gaps. Late November correction likely capture more holiday discount than usual, potentially understating price pressure in categories like goods and service. Shelter costs showed unusually flat 2 months changes, raising skepticism. Many analysts recommended averaging November and December figures for a clear picture or waiting for December report as a better gauge. So um so I feel like this CPI report is kind of rigged, and the fact that the market just took the report as it is and pumping so hard makes me very suspicious. And in my opinion, in order to keep inflation down, I think the stock market has to go down a bit more. I think there is still parts of the market that is a little too frisky in order for Fed to lower rates again in January. We need to have a pullback in December. When the sentiments cool down, people have less money to spend, the price pressure goes down and the inflation goes down. If we continue to pump the market and everybody feeling so good about themselves and they keep spending recklessly, spending, and inflation's going up again, we won't be able to get a rate cut in January. So that's my 2 cents. So I think if Trump administration really want the Fed to cut rate in January, they have to let the stock market to go down a little bit. So the problem with Trump is that he always like to pump the market regardless of news or any fundamental reasons. He just claim victory on everything, and he just like artificially pumping the market with hypotheticals and very suspicious news, you can say. And I don't think that's healthy. We need a proper pullback before the next rally. We have been going straight up since April, and the pullback has been very, very small until November. But even then, November, we almost already recovered all of that pullback in November. And then December, we just started to have some 3, 4 days of pullback. And now it's like basically rigging the CPI report to pump the market. I don't really understand why he's keep doing this. Even after this pump, we are still in the downtrend. You can't argue that. Yeah, and even we have a red doji candle right here, which is not super bullish, I would say. I think we still have a lot of events going on, and we have the Japanese rate hike coming, and we have the Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectation report tomorrow, which could also move the market. And we also have a OPEX day tomorrow. So we have a lot of things going on tomorrow. So um, we'll see what happens. But until then, I'm still holding my puts and I am hedging my long-term portfolio. And until I see a clear signal of bottom, I will close my hedge and I will close my puts. But I have not seen that just yet. So I'll be patient and I'll keep you guys posted what I do next. And please come join my Discord channel where I share my insights and live market analysis and my trades throughout the day. Um, Let me know if you have any questions. Leave comments below. I will get back to you whenever I got a chance to. And thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.